I just dropped 11 grand on another brand new bike. I have my first ever meetup slash ride happening. I have a stress pimple at 31 because of all of it.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Life of Birch. This is Birch, and I'd like to think that I thrive well under pressure, but I've got to say that between my first meetup that people are riding thousands of miles to come to, mixed with the fact that I just dropped $11,000 on another brand new bike and already have hundreds of dollars worth of parts waiting for the bike, the stress is getting to me a little bit. Yeah, let's talk about it. First of all, I'm not going to tell you what bike I got yet, but I'll give you a little hint with what's in this box. Got the zero gravity windscreen, double bubble. Nice smoked windscreen. It's obviously for a sport bike though, and there's not a sport bike on the channel yet, but there's about to be. Also have an integrated tail light here. I'd show you what it says, but that would give away what the bike is. First, we're gonna talk about the meetup and all the pressure and everything I'm doing leading up to it, and then we'll talk about what bike I got. But first of all, we gotta run out, do some errands, and sorry, Rodrigo, gotta close the door on you. All right, so if you don't know, I do have my meetup coming up on Saturday, and I am super excited for the meetup, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't stressed the hell out by it. Ooh, look at the bike sitting pretty over there. By pretty, I mean dirty. The grom is absolutely filthy. I've been keeping it under my little like overhang thing out back of my condo, but I'm pretty sure that's spider pee. I'll talk about that another time. Got the Rebel looking pretty. About to have a third roommate for it. Leave your guesses in the comments as to what bike it's gonna be based off of the windscreen and some of the hints that I've given on Instagram. If you're following me on Instagram, you might already know what it is. All right, first we gotta grab coffee. First things first, let's get this freaking $3,500 out of my pocket and hide it. What the hell? I just found $30 more. Where did that, what? Anyway, let's go. All right, so let's run through the game plan. We're going to grab some coffee right now. We'll talk about the meetup that I have coming up on Saturday. Then we're gonna drop off the money at the bank. The money was actually for, I was gonna buy a VFR 800, another VFR 800, but fortunately that fell through, and now that $3,500 is gonna be a down payment on my new bike. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna run off, try and get some merch made. I've been talking about this forever, but with the meet coming up, I really wanna have some hats to sell. And then I'm gonna go to the taco spot that we're gonna go to for the meetup just to make sure that they're gonna be open and like ready for us. And then I gotta go map out the route that I wanna take on the ride. And I guess that's like a good lead in to all of the stress and pressure that I'm feeling leading up to this ride. So for those of you who don't know, if you haven't seen the other video and my posts on Instagram, everything like that, I'm doing my first ever Life of Birch meetup slash ride. You guys have been asking about it forever. I've been talking about it forever. And with only like 2 weeks notice, I'm like, all right, we're doing this. And honestly, because I only gave 2 weeks notice, I expected maybe like 5 to 7 people to show up, most of which being my friends. As it turns out, that's not the case. So far on bikemeets.com, where I have all the details posted, there are 14 people RSVP'd as coming, and there's probably like 10 outside of that that have said that they're coming. Not only that, but I expected it to be like local people that live within like a half hour are gonna be coming. Last I checked, there are allegedly people from 7 different states, not including Maryland, coming. We have Quasi Motard, your other favorite Rebel 1100 YouTuber. He's making a 3,000 mile round trip from Texas. We have Ben coming from Tennessee. We have somebody coming from Pennsylvania, Virginia, Delaware, New York, New Jersey. I think I got all of them. So yeah, that is 7 different states plus Maryland that people are showing up for. It's looking like it's actually gonna be like 15 or 20 bikes there. So the pressure is freaking on to make sure that this is actually a good ride. I'm at Rise Up. I gotta go grab my coffee. Hold on. Boom, just like that. Got the coffee ready to go. All right, so back to the pressure of the situation. It's one thing to expect 5 to 7 people, most of whom you already know in real life. But now that it's like upwards of potentially 20 people, and like people are literally scheduling their lives around this, not only does it just make me so freaking grateful for the community that we've built here, and it's just insane that people are even going out of their way to do that, but it just adds like extra pressure. So like before, I'm like, you know what, we'll just meet up in downtown, go for a cool little like cruise, and then we'll grab some tacos. And now I'm like, dude, I need to like have my stuff together. I need to have my life together. These people are coming from so far away to see the spots that I've ridden before, get coffee with me, get tacos. So now I'm like, all right, I gotta map out an actual ride that's gonna work out well. If we have 20 bikes, people can't be getting separated. So like, what route can we take that's like scenic and nice, but I don't want it to be somewhere where there's a bunch of red lights where people get separated. So now I'm like actually mapping out the route and trying to figure out the best way to keep the group together, still make it a nice ride, whatever. And then it comes down to the merch part of it also, because I've been talking about having merch, and now I'm like, this is the time. If I'm gonna have merch, I need to have the merch now, you know what I mean? And right now it's Wednesday. This video will be coming out on Thursday. So I have all day today, and by all day I mean I'm getting a late start. It's like 2 p.m. right now. So I'm running around doing all this, getting everything ready. Tomorrow night, Nina and I are going to a concert in Baltimore. So I only have until about like 4 o'clock to do anything else pertaining to the ride. And in that time, I need to edit this video, get it posted, and then edit a test ride video so I can post on Sunday. So essentially today I have all these errands to run, filming this video, editing this video, and then tomorrow I have to edit the video for Sunday, and then go to the concert on Thursday. And then Friday I have some time to do some other stuff also. But Quasi Motard and Ben will be getting in town, I think around like 4 to 6 p.m. Friday night. Then we're going to grab dinner, and then Saturday is the day of the actual ride. So even though I technically have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to get ready, it does not feel like I have that much time to get ready with everything that I need to be doing. Oh, but coffee makes it all better. So if you see me on Saturday and I look freaking burnt out, it's because I am, but it's worth it because I love you guys, and it's so crazy that I'm gonna be meeting potentially like 20 of you guys. Anyway, we're at the bank. I gotta go get this freaking money deposited. 3,500 bucks. Like I said, I was gonna buy another VFR 800. This is now going to be the down payment on my new bike. And another hint, it's a 2022 model. It is just like the Rebel, one of the most anticipated bikes of the year, so I had to do it. There's no way I couldn't. Drop your comments below with any guesses. I'm gonna go deposit this. I'll be right back. And just like that, the cash is deposited. And by just like that, I mean actually their entire computer system was down, so that took longer than expected. But let's jump over to the place where I'm gonna try to get the hats embroidered, see what we can do there, and then I'll finally tell you guys what bike I'm getting. Okay, it should be around here somewhere. Where's this asking me to turn? Wait, where the hell does this want me going? Oh, there it is. I already passed it. We got the goods right here. This should be the embroidery file they need. The question is, can they do it in time, and do they have the hats to do it with? Let's go see, and then I'll finally, I promise, tell you what bike I'm getting. Another strikeout. They are not able to do it. They don't have the hats in the stock, and they're taking like 4 days to ship. So that was a strikeout. Now let's head to the taco place to get some lunch and ask them about whether or not they're gonna be open on Sunday and whether or not they'll be able to accommodate us. And on the way, I'll finally tell you what bike I'm getting. All right, let's jump straight to the chase. What bike am I getting? I'm getting the 2022 Yamaha R7, and I am freaking stoked. Also, somebody commented on one of my videos last week saying,
"You need to stop saying freaking so much. It's not very classy."
For one thing, do I seem like I'm trying to be classy? For another thing, I only say frickin' because I can't say on YouTube because the algorithm doesn't like it, and I'm trying to be family friendly. But anyway, yes, I got the 2022 Yamaha R7. If you guys don't know about it, it is Yamaha's new sport bike. They were originally like calling it the successor to the R6, but it's really not. It's a totally different bike. The R6 is like pure sport bike. The R7 is based off of the MT-07 FC-07 platform, and everyone has been freaking out over it, myself included. As soon as it came out, I'm like, that would be sick to have. Like, that would be great. And in my head, I'm like, listen, if I already had $3,500 sitting out waiting to find the right VFR 800, if I took that $3,500 and just used it as a down payment on the R7, that would make a lot more sense than spending that money on a 20-year-old VFR 800. Especially seeing just like the growth my channel had after getting the Rebel 1100, because it's a new bike that everybody wanted to learn about, everybody wanted to know about it. Even the people who ordered theirs were having a hard time getting it. I'm like, if I could replicate that with the R7, it's gonna take this channel to the next level. So I'm super excited. I'm also really nervous about that one also though, because the Rebel was a no-brainer in the sense that I had already had the Rebel 300 and Rebel 500 on the channel, so I knew that you guys, my subscribers, wanted to see more Rebel content. The R7, I've never had anything like it on the channel before, so part of me is like, this will be great. It's gonna reach a whole new audience. The other part of me is like, I don't know how well received it'll be on the channel. Not that I'm doing things just based off what you guys want to see, but that is part of it. And I'm like, even though it's a new bike, everybody's excited about it, I'm like, is an R7, a new sport bike, what people want to see from a channel that's mostly been cruisers? Because when I had my VFR 800s and the VFR 750 in the past, the videos just didn't do well. I'm gonna be honest. I could do the same exact video with a Rebel and the same exact video with a VFR, and the VFR video would get 1/10 of the views. Oh, the taco place is not even open today. Okay, well, let's go to their second location and go ask them. This is why I wanted to check, because even though their hours say they should be open, they're not. So I think sometimes they leave and do catering events, so that's why I want to make sure that they're gonna be here on Saturday when we show up. But anyway, the pressure that I have is, am I going to spend $11,000 on a bike just to have the YouTube algorithm start feeding that content only to the people who have been watching my Rebel videos? And obviously not everybody who's watching Rebel content cares about the R7. There's a lot of people on the internet who care about the R7, but how long will it take the algorithm to figure out, like, wait a second, we're sending this to potentially the wrong people? Either way, I'm stoked. It's just a matter of, was this a good investment? I'm hoping I don't spend 11 grand on this bike and then it flops, because that's not what the channel or YouTube wants. I don't know. I guess time will tell. So I put the deposit down about a week ago. It's only a $250 deposit. I reached out to Sean at Pete Cycle in Baltimore, where I got my Rebel 1100 from. Sean is the freaking man. If you're looking for a bike in Maryland, go to Pete Cycle in Baltimore and ask for Sean. And they had one more R7 that hadn't been spoken for. So immediately I put my deposit down. The blue color of the R7 is sick, but I had to go with the all black color because this is Life of Birch, and as you guys know, orange is kind of my color scheme. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make the orange work on my Rebel 1100, but I got the all black R7 so that I can do orange accents. I'm thinking about powder coating the wheels orange. I'm super stoked for it. It's supposed to deliver sometime next month, and by next month I mean October. It's supposed to ship at some point in October. They just don't have a ship date. And I'm also not, I don't want to say I don't believe it, but like my Rebel was supposed to get here in January and it didn't get here until March. COVID is delaying everything. So they're saying October. I'm hoping to have it by November. Really all I care about is I want to get it in before it starts getting too cold, because as soon as I get it, I want to be making content. But as you know, I live in Maryland, so once November hits, it gets a little bit hard. It starts getting cold and I'm out there bundled up, freaking riding in 45-degree weather, trying to make it seem like I'm actually enjoying it. So hopefully it comes in soon. Hopefully you guys are stoked for that, because I know I am freaking over the moon about this. It's just crazy because like within 1 year, $22,000 worth of bikes that I bought, not including the Grom, which was almost 3 grand. So in 1 year, I'm dropping almost 25 grand on bikes. You guys better appreciate the fact that I am risking my financial future to give you guys good content. So there it is, cat's out of the bag. Got an R7, or I'm getting an R7, and yeah, I'm freaking pumped. I'm about like 2 minutes away from the other taco spot, so we're gonna pull up there, hope that they're open, and talk to them about whether or not they'll be open on Saturday, and I'll let you guys know. Fortunately, this time we had some good news, because they are going to be open on Saturday until 8 o'clock. So we are good to go there. I asked if they'd be okay if we showed up with like 20 people, and she said yes. So it is a good to go, all systems go on the taco front. So quick little wrap up of everything. I am more stressed than I ever have been. I have a stress pimple at 31 because of all of it. I have my first ever meetup / ride happening on Saturday, October 2nd in downtown Annapolis at noon. I just dropped 11 grand on another brand new bike. 2 weeks ago, I just bought my first house technically, so I'm still coming off of the stress of that. And 2 weeks after my meetup, I am finalizing my divorce. I have the court hearing for that. So to say that I'm stressed out is an understatement. Let me know what you guys think about videos like this, because I've gotten lots of comments about, like, you know, this is Life of Birch, not Motorcycles of Birch or whatever. Like, we want to see more day in the life vlogs, like see more of you, more behind the scenes, and that's kind of what I'm trying out here. This is only the second video I've ever done, really, where like I'm not just on a motorcycle, it's like actually me. So hopefully you guys like it. I know it's a little all over the place because I'm still getting used to like the format of how I want to do these things. But anyway, that's it. I'm stressed and I'm trying not to be. I know it's all gonna be worth it on Saturday, and I'm so stoked to meet all of you guys. So stoked to meet, I know a few of you guys are actually Patreon members, so shameless plug. If you wanna join Patreon and help support the channel in that way, check out www.lifeofbirch, no, that's not what it is, www.patreon.com/lifeofbirch. Shout out to all the Patreon members that we have right now. We got 26 of you, although one person just canceled. So as of October, there will be 25. I put the emphasis on 20. It should have been 25. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys dig content like this. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Everyone who does that, I appreciate you. Hope to see a bunch of you guys on Saturday. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Peace.